Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/cheating stories, where OP ended his engagement to a cheater. Let's begin. My fiance cheated on me with my ex-boss. Posted by Reddit user Disastrous Purchase.
I'm a 33-year-old man living in India and recently got engaged to a girl in my community via arranged marriage. I'm a person who is selfless and clear about my needs. After getting engaged, I started feeling disconnected a lot of times with her, but my initial thought was that maybe I need to give more time and be understanding of her needs. This went on for almost 6 months, and then one night she went out to party, and I asked her to call me back once she reaches home safely. She didn't do it, and I was not happy about it and told her that even after repeatedly asking you especially, why did you not do it? For this she didn't have any answer and chose to ignore me for the next 3 days. No call, no message, nothing. At that time, I realized that I'm not a priority for her and she is taking this relationship for granted. I went to her and confronted her about it, at which point she turned it around on me and made me feel if it was entirely my fault to have even asked her. After this incident, I sensed that something was off and started digging in. What I found was shocking beyond my wildest expectation. She was having an affair with her ex-boss, who is married, for the past 1.5 years. This affair was an ongoing thing, and she had no intention of calling it off. Even at this point, I gave her a chance to come clean and asked her to be open and honest about her past relationships, long-term, fling, short-term, etc. She did tell me about her past relationships, but not about this guy. When I confronted her and asked who this guy is and what the hell was going on, her tone changed drastically, and she was shocked as to how I found it out. She told me that this has been ongoing for some time, and she didn't think anything on how it could impact our future, and she had no intention of telling me about this ever. I felt horrible and told her how this has hurt me, and we can't obviously move forward to get married. She pleaded with me to give her one chance, and as a fool I gave 14 days to her. During that time also I repeatedly asked her to end the affair and prove it to me, which she didn't. At last, I told her brother about all of it and called off everything. I'm amazed at how low we as humans have gotten to in terms of moral fiber, and people are ready to let go of long-term commitments for short-term pleasure.
Well, on the bright side, OP, at least you found out before you got married and was raising multiple children that has multiple baby daddies. I would consider myself lucky if I were you. And don't forget to inform the affair partner's wife about his affair. She needs to prepare for her divorce. You've done the right thing by ending the engagement and informing her family. Hopefully now you'll be able to find someone who deserves your trust, love, and loyalty. Good luck, man. And now for today's second story. Am I the asshole for telling a guy at the gym to leave me alone? Posted by Reddit user Calcium Rich.
At the beginning of this year, I decided I wanted to commit to working out again. At first, I started at home in my garage, and more recently I decided to join an actual gym again. It's only a 4-minute drive from my husband and I's house, so it's perfect. Here's my problem though. 2 weeks ago while I was deadlifting, a guy came up to me and interrupted my workout to tell me that I was rounding my back, and I could get seriously injured that way. I was kind of annoyed because I don't like it when people give me unsolicited advice and interrupt my workouts. As well as what he was saying just wasn't true because I wasn't rounding my back at all. As I used to compete in powerlifting for a few years before I took a 2-year break from the gym. I know what proper form is and how to keep it. He seemed like a nice guy, so I just told him thanks, but I've got it. That was the end of that interaction. The next day as I was in the gym, the same guy came up to me, interrupted my workout again to ask me my name. I tell him my name, he tells me his, and I put my headphones back on and continue my workout. I know I may come off as rude, but like I said, I don't like being bothered in the gym. Unless you're asking me how many sets I have left so you can use the equipment next, there's nothing to talk to me about, and I don't want to engage in conversations. That's just how I am. When I was about to leave, he stopped me again and handed me his phone to put my number into and told me that we should train sometimes. I told him that if I was going to train with anyone it would be my husband, and I declined his phone. I thought that might let him know I'm really not interested. But over the course of 2 weeks, he's been constantly trying to speak to me, interrupting me whenever he sees me, trying to get to know me on a personal level. He's asked me out to smoothies after the gym multiple times, and he's tried once more to get my number. I constantly remind him I'm happily married. I usually just fake smile or laugh and respond very short and simple anytime we speak. Like I said, he seems like a nice guy, but I'm not in the gym to make friends or cheat on my husband. I truly just want to work out and listen to my music. But I'm constantly having to take my headphones off to give this man attention, and now I'm spending more time in the gym because I have to catch up on what I'm really there to do, and the talking is distracting. It's wasting a lot of time. So yesterday while at the gym, he came up to me again while I'm in the middle of a set of goblet squats, and he taps me on the shoulder to get my attention. He snuck up behind me and did it, so it really startled me and I dropped the weight. I finally had enough and snapped. I took my headphones off and told him to leave me the fuck alone. He told me he was just trying to say hi, and I guess he was embarrassed or something because he just walked out of the gym after that. I found that weird because didn't you come to work out too? It's like he only came for me, and when I told him to leave me alone, he just left. I finished my workout and left. Now today I'm kind of worried about going to the gym because I know he'll be there and I honestly don't want to deal with this anymore. I simply want to work out. Am I the asshole here though? Should I apologize to him when I see him today? And now for OP's update. I posted yesterday about this annoying man at my gym, and I wanted to share the good news. So last night I waited for my husband to get home from work. He got home at 9, we ate dinner quickly and we got to the gym at around 9:45. I usually go at 8 and he usually comes in around 8:30, so if the guy went to the gym, I knew he'd either be gone already or on his way out. So when we got to the gym, I told my husband to just do his own thing and I'll text him if I need him. He told me he'd keep an eye out as well. Things were going fine for about 10 minutes, then I saw him. He had his gym bag and looked to be leaving, but then he saw me too and started to approach me. I have no clue what his intentions were and I didn't want to find out. I immediately got up and started to walk towards the front desk, and he stupidly followed me all the way there. It caught the attention of my husband, who was across the room, and he started to follow us both too. When I got to the front desk, I didn't wait. I just blurted out to the workers, "This man won't stop harassing me." What happened next really pissed me off, because he tried to lie his way out and pretended he'd been helping me out. He tried saying that he thought we were just gym buddies and friends and that he was just going to come say hey and catch up. My husband called bullshit and told him he knew everything and to stay the hell away from me. The guy tried to defend himself by saying that he only ever gave me advice on training, and he doesn't like false accusations. At this point, because we were being so loud, the person who I assume is the gym manager heard us from his office, came out and pulled him outside to talk. They stepped out to talk while my husband and I stayed at the front desk, telling the other workers what's been going on the past few weeks. A few minutes later, the manager comes back inside and tells us that we don't have to worry about him anymore and that he's taken care of it. I saw the guy walking to his car to leave. I felt dumb at that moment because I realized the solution to my problem was that simple. I never even needed my husband to come in the first place. I'm not sure if he got banned or simply kicked out for that night. I guess when I go back tonight I'll find out, and I'll have my husband accompany me again just in case. But the rest of our gym session was great. He never showed back up, thank God. These past 2 weeks really made me want to stop going because I didn't want to deal with him every time, but I'm just really happy I can work out in peace again.
So, let me get this straight. You've been rejecting this douchebag for the last 2 weeks straight, finally snapped and told him to fuck off, and the first thing he did the next time he saw you was to harass you again. My God, that little shit couldn't take a very loud and obvious hint, now could he? You are absolutely not the asshole here, OP. Also, as a side note, I think you were taken more seriously by the manager because your husband was there, especially in today's day and age where a woman can just go to the gym, falsely accuses every man she encounters, and post him on social media. It was the right move bringing him with you. Call it an extra layer of protection and assurance. Stay safe, OP. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.